Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Pope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into the topic. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back.
Who the hell we got here?
Huh?
Who the hell we got here?
We back in this mug.
Hey, man, did your mustache get fuller, bro? Like, it looks like it's growing in, like, full in, bro. I'm proud of you.
I've completely I've embraced it. So I think that in turn with doing what I do, it's just flourished.
Right.
So,
yeah. And it's Phil season. You know what I mean? So it's I think that has helped you. That has helped you with the growth of the mustache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, we got 30 people in here. Y'all already know what it is, man. You heard podcast.com/merch. Joey, you got one that nobody will ever get because that was made by.
Hey man, whatever.
Just letting them know.
Just know what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
what it is.
Is that an OG? Is that an OG?
That is an OG.
Yeah.
That is son. That is. I don't even think we were at our 50th episode when those first got made.
Design? Is that?
Yeah.
The first one?
Yes, sir. That's the first one.
First one.
That is the first one. Chat going crazy.
The first
wasn't bad either.
No, it's not. It's still holding on.
Too.
I love. Yeah, that's a good fabric too. Shout out to my wife, man, for making that happen. Max says it is the OG Magnum PI stash. Facts. It's very
listen. If I can get it that epic, then we're on to something. Because that's an epic stash right there. So I'll take the compliment. Appreciate it.
I don't think he's allowed to shave that mustache, bro, because he's had it the entirety of his life. Like it's written in his contract, right?
Have you ever seen him without it though?
No.
Dude looks like a totally different person.
I don't think I've ever seen him with a shaved mustache.
The mustache copywritten or something.
He's got to.
Yeah.
Selling mustache.
Tom Selleck mustache. Absolutely. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Poke, welcome back, man. I know you've been handling some
man.
crazy
Seems like
shit
it's been
on the back.
yeah. Good to be back.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time. We talk all the time, but you know what I mean? It's weird. Yeah. Everything good with you?
Yeah, brother. Everything's going great. Finally got that situation handled at the house. We talked about.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
everything's good, man. I'm just, you just cannot wait, dude. Cannot wait.
We're 6 days away from watching another team lose, which I'm very excited about, and then 13 days away from when it matters to us because I don't give a singular of a F about all these. It's this green and orange, bro. This is it. Joey, how you doing, my brother?
Can't wait, man. Just waiting, man. It's thinking about taking some time off work so I can so we can hurry up and get here. So I don't know. Something. I don't know. Got to do something
to kill time faster. I hear you.
You know when you're off work, the time is on crack. Like it goes very fast when you're off
like that.
work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The weekends are trash. The weekends are absolute trash.
Yeah.
Fellas, we got a lot to talk about on this one. The chat is going crazy already. Look, man, let's just start it where the only right place to start it at. We got 2 big time commits. You know what I mean? In the last 72 hours, right? Roughly about 72 hours.
One Friday, one Saturday.
One Friday, one Saturday. Mike from Newberry High School. Shout out to the fan, man. Look, big so was it 6? it's very weird because if you try to look for the weight on this young man, it's all over the place, like within a range of like 35 pounds. So you'll see some 230s, some 265s, but 6'3" is the consistent. So, you know what I'm saying? It's been his dream to be a Cane. So shout out to the young man. What are your thoughts on Big Mike? Because that's how it's pronounced. Because shout out to the family. I made sure it's not Micah, it's just Mike. You know what I mean? It's just spelled differently. So what y'all think about picking up a big time D-line commit? Poke, let's go with you.
No, I think it's always a bonus, especially when you can flip somebody from an opponent. I mean, it's always a good thing. You never have too many trench guys. You know, mean, we've all seen now, you know, how much Mario emphasizes the trenches. So picking up another big body D lineman like that's just a bonus, man.
Mm-hmm. Big friend kid for sure. Joy, what you got?
Yeah, you gotta stack that room. And again, like you said, he wanted to be a Cane, so there's nothing wrong with having kids who actually want to be Canes. And he goes to a high school with another target, I believe.
Yes, he does.
That we're heavily
after,
so that doesn't hurt at all. And he's good. He looks well coached. He'll probably be a 3 tech in college because he'll put on weight, obviously. So, yeah,
easily.
Man.
Big frame kid.
Big frame. If there's one thing we've learned, there's always a plan with how this staff recruits. Because, Joey, you just said it. There's another target that he's teammates with. So, I mean, if you go back and look, there's been several of those recruits throughout, you know, Mario's tenure thus far. We go after kids that they highly value, but yet at the same time, they're looking at a teammate, whoever that might be. So, I mean, it always helps, you know, it also helps with that cohesion, especially if you can get guys that have played with each other and know each other. It always helps.
Yep. And you're building another pipeline, man. You're building another pipeline school.
Right.
You get 2 or 3 guys from that school, keeps going. It keeps going, you know? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, he builds it for multiple reasons, right? You build team, just like you said, you build for cohesion, you build for camaraderie, you build friendships, you bring a family, you know what I mean? Because he's not recruit. He didn't take this staff will not take a guy to take another guy. You know what I mean? Like they like the eval was right. You know what I mean? They like now it doesn't hurt because you get a Hilton Drake Stubbs because Derek Plaz was here. You know what I'm saying? Is here. Hilton Drake Stubbs can bring other people with him, and we got another safety that we'll talk about in a minute. Like that is what gets the ball rolling. You know what I mean? Like it's like you could come across a gem while you're looking. You know what I mean? While you're looking at something else, like, okay, that's cool. But what's going on over here with Big Mike? Mike is a problem. Hold on. Everybody focus on Jarquez Carter, but this guy's a problem too. Like he holds his own too. His technique is right. There's some we could work with. So it's never just like a take. And miss me with all the 3-star evaluations, fam. We've been trying to tell you. Who you gonna trust? A gold jacket or a dude that just watches a huddle tape? You going let's just keep it a buck. Gold jacket, undersized, his entire career, knows how to work with, you know what I'm saying, knows how to work inside and outside. Got another monster with Joe Salavea. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys I don't question the D-line evaluation at all, man. Y'all you go and get a Artavius Jones last year that is an absolute monster, aka juggernaut. That people are like, but he's just a 4 because everybody's focused on the stars. Stop reacting to that, man. Like, fam, you don't like Bobby Pruitt was a 3-star. How y'all feeling about that now? Cole McConaughey, aka Young Poke in the building.
Cole McConaughey. I was just gonna say the same thing. How many stars did he have?
Yeah. Exactly. Like defensive player of the year in Alabama, 3-star. Like I don't like it just doesn't understand they rarely get that next star if they committed. You know what I mean? If y'all know what it is, man. Conspiracy theory or not, it is what it is. Luke Nichols out there balling still can't get that 5th or 4th star. So don't look at that as your only evaluation point, man. Listen to what the people's saying. So it's just crazy. Just crazy. Let's see what we got here. Want to make sure I say this right. Yeah. See, like so Mike Newton, 6'3", 260, according to his Twitter page. So yeah, man, it's a problem, yo. Again, that's now.
280,
That's
285 when he's ready.
Yeah, by the time he gets here in January, he'll probably be way bigger than that. Come on now. It's crazy. That's crazy. But we did get another commit. So shout out to young Mike. We did get another commit on Saturday, 9:00. Poke, tell us. Did you watch it live? I feel like you watched it live sipping.
I did. I did.
Sipping
no, I was I was already in bed laying down watching it.
It was like 9:00. That makes sense.
Well, we were at the beach all day, and I was kind of recovering from the night before, so.
I hear you on that. I hear you on that. What so what was it like watching it, man?
No, it was. I mean, there was no audio. I don't know what they had going on with their audio. I don't know if it was my phone or not, but I couldn't hear anything. But no, he did the whole hat thing. Pick up the hat, and he threw on the LSU hat and then tossed it down. Picked up the Florida hat and didn't even put it on his head, just tossed it. Picked up the Florida State one, kind of do one of these things like this and went, nah, and tossed it down. Then he didn't reach for another hat. He just reached up underneath the table there or pulled off his hoodie, reached up under the table. As soon as I saw that orange number 5 jersey come out, man, I knew it was on. They popped smoke and everything, and it was real cool, especially seeing him put on that Cam jersey. And when he turned around, he saw Cam's signature on the back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was
you knew just by seeing that, you knew this had already been the plan from the jump, from the get go. Especially if you got a guy like Cam backing this guy, he's a special talent for sure.
Yeah, man. Joey, talk about Bryce Fitzgerald, man. The newest secondary commit. DB room next year looking stupid.
Crazy. Yeah, I didn't watch the commit. We got our word, so I didn't watch it. I knew it when I knew it, so I didn't want, like you said, the hat thing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not feeling that when recruits do that. I really, but it's their moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right.
they could do it there. I'm just not feeling that. But
I think where it really hits home is because we've had it done to us so many times that every time we see it, it kind of stings a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get you. I get you on that.
Yeah, especially when it's like 5 hats. Like, come on, son. Like you doing 5 like
right.
just throwing hats all over the place. It's like a 10-minute process. But I'm happy with the player because he reminds me of, I'm not gonna lie, he reminds me of me coming out of high school. Just an athlete that plays football. For real. Because that's all I was just an athlete who happened to play football. You know what I mean? He's athletic. He can play every position in the secondary. So he could play safety, corner, nickel. He could play receiver. If you want him to play receiver, he could play receiver. Like he's very athletic. He high points the ball. He catches the ball, first of all. When he does catch a pick, he's taken it to the house most likely. He understands offensive concepts. He's a true single high safety to me, meaning he could run sideline to sideline. You could just leave him back there, and he can run sideline to sideline, man. So I love it. Him, Amari Wallace, I've said, is my nickel. That's my nickel.
Yes.
Like, that's the nickel for me. You know what I mean? So hopefully he recovers and gets back on the field. But if you got Amari Wallace at nickel, you got Bryce at free safety, and then you got Hilt and Drake Stubbs at strong safety.
Yep.
Man. And it's taking shape. It's taking shape. So we see the theme, right? First year,
Mhm.
O-line, right? Second year,
Yes, sir.
D-line.
Yes, sir.
This year, defensive backfield.
Secondary. Yep. It was D
Man,
line and wide receiver last year too.
wide receiver, yeah. A run on wide receivers, yeah.
Because you got JoJo, you got Nikar.
Linebacker's gonna
somebody
have to be next, even though that was a run too. Linebacker, he brought in, yeah, right.
Linebackers was a run in with the O line. With the O line.
They're still making a run on linebackers. Still making a run on
linebacker.
linebackers.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
the
they
linebackers
did.
coming in this next class.
Malik Bryant, Darius Hayes, Popo, all them
Popo.
cats. Yeah.
Jalen Alderman's still young. Yeah, I mean, if you count
Yeah.
that as he's still young.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's crazy, man.
so-
I love the pickup, man. But we've been talking about Bryce for a minute, man, and hoping he came through. So I love the pickup, man.
Yeah, it's a problem. All right, we got some questions here. This is a question that was back to back. How fixable is Fitzgerald tackling?
You just have to when it comes to tackling,
I mean,
man. In my opinion, you have to be willing. You have to be a willing tackler. So, I think he'll be willing. He'll have to be willing when he comes. But I think that'll happen over time because remember he's kind of new to DB. You know what I mean? He's like I said, he's an athlete, so he's been playing a lot of receiver. He's kind of new to DB, so he'll get the tackling, man. He plays with dogs, so he has to tackle. He plays at Columbus, man. So
he has to.
He got
state champions Columbus, right? Like
he has to tackle.
Beating Mandarin in the state championship. Like you don't win a state championship if your safety or defensive back can't tackle. They're gonna pick on that right away, especially with Mandarin. Mandarin is a problem. Anthony Manzano says, off the table, I've seen Bryce Fitzgerald coming out of high school. He reminds me a little bit of the safety that played free safety at Alabama before Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah, that's a good comp. That's a solid comp.
I think Mika obviously is more of a complete safety to me. Like he could come in the box, he'll smack you, he'll hit you or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Bryce is more athletic. I think he's more athletic, but yeah, I think yeah. I could
definitely built more for a free. So
yeah.
But I think it's
he's more of a freak. Yeah.
It's
he could play all. He could play anywhere for real. Giving a buck, because like let's say somebody who committed to another school in the SEC flips to us, right?
Right.
And he, even though he wants to play corner, let's say we're like, yo, you playing free safety. You could put him at free safety, and you could still put Bryce at corner.
You can flip him.
Yeah, you could put him at corner still with Slime on the other side.
Forget about Jabari. Oh my God.
Don't forget about Slime, man.
Slime, son. You still got Merritt. Timothy Merritt.
Problem.
And Ewald.
Nice. Yeah.
Yo, son, like there's a couple comments that
Drake Stubbs is penciled in, fam. Drake Stubbs is in my mind. He's penciled in at one of them safety spots. I don't care what you want to do.
Yeah,
he's one. He's one of them.
So, him and Zaquan back there. Come on.
Zaquan can move up, and once Damari moves out to a boundary corner, you could move Zaquan into the nickel.
Yeah, I think Zay takes.
We still forget about. Yeah, you guys, you forget like Donnie Hill's, you know what I'm saying, isn't something to slouch at either. You know what I'm saying? He's got experience this year. Like it's crazy. All right, hold on.
Listen, it's the depth that we was talking about, right? It's the depth that wins championships. You gotta have the competition in the room. You gotta have those. We gotta have those problems. Those are problems we want.
You gotta raise the floor. You have to raise the fucking floor.
Facts. You have to. and the floor has been raised in at least, let's say 4 rooms, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 rooms. Both lines.
I think all rooms are full.
Running back,
Yes.
receiver,
Yep.
tight end,
For sure.
linebacker.
Talk to him.
The floor is
Absolutely.
raised in those 6 at least.
Yep.
Now we get into the DBs, and the quarterback room has to be better.
Yeah, that one's got to be elevated. That one's got to be elevated too.
It will be, I'm sure.
It's coming. It's coming for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Darion Coleman balled out yesterday, so shout out to
Bro.
That's in 2 years.
Yeah.
That kid's only a junior, man.
Stupid. Oh, that's shout out to Luke Nichols. Shout out to the quarterbacks coming in.
Luke Nichols. Yeah, Luke Nichols gonna be in South. They playing Diabella and them next week.
Yeah, they're playing Heritage on
Friday.
Go to
that damn game, man. Sure.
That one's gonna be sold out. That one's gonna be sold out.
I wish it was the Friday.
Just chill.
For the first game.
Yeah, just chill. Saw your comment earlier. Glad you finally caught it live. I think recruiting is a solid day. We missed on some star guys, but they know they're knocking their strategy at the park. Each position group is improving year after year. More big fish will come after winning.
Exactly.
I'm with you on everything you said.
Yet.
We haven't missed out
yet.
Yeah, we ain't missed.
We ain't
it's
missed
not
yet.
December, baby.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. If you caught the show, wake us up in December. That's when it ain't no misses, just the graphic. Ain't no misses yet. We thought Justin Scott was a miss till he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Mark Fletcher was a miss till he wasn't. Jordan Lau was a miss till he wasn't. It's down the line. Mario does not stop. Tyler Williams told y'all yesterday, Miami hasn't stopped calling him. Miami hasn't stopped recruiting him. He's at arm one now. Shout out to Gerard Pringle that balled out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not over. He's not done. Just because we ain't tweeting about him, doesn't mean Mario ain't be like, yo, man, what you doing? Come on, stop playing.
Yeah.
It's time to come. It's time to come on home. It's time to come on home.
And what's crazy to me is that how he recruits. Excuse me, they recruit. It's not just him. Obviously, the staff recruits players who are from winning programs. Man, they recruit players who know how to win, who come from winning and learning how to work and success. You know, so that's very dope.
Yeah, it's not just that one guy at a, you know what I'm saying, like at a mediocre program. That's like it's the everybody around them, which is why when you do go visit a Jarquez Carter, you're like, yo, McAnoo kind of doing this thing over here. Let's see wait a second. Wait a second here. You know what I'm saying? That's the evaluation. They don't stop, man. The D line is crazy. The trenches is crazy. Regrets is where they playing. I think they're playing at track. Where's the Heritage game at? Joe, do you know?
I don't know. I don't know if it's at track or at Heritage.
Yeah, Heritage got a nice stadium. So Anthony says if we get DJ Pickett, I think he's playing corner, not safety. He's an athlete too. You kind of put him. You have the ability. If you keep Guidry for another couple of years, you have the ability to move all these guys around. It's not just one in one place. You know what I mean? You show different skill sets. You see how he did it last year. That's why you had James Williams in the box a lot more last year than you did the year before. Was second in the team on tackles. But I think what hurts these kids some is the refusal to do camps. That's why you see some kids with lower ratings. And it's not that they refuse to do camps. It's just that they might not have the money to do camps. I don't think anybody refuses to get more exposure. I just think money is a big issue, man. You know what I mean? Like behind the scenes, it's crazy. So it's not just that they refuse to do camps. They don't get hurt on that. You know what I mean? If they live really rural, like they might not be able to commute all the way, man.
It looks like it's at Heritage, man, from what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I don't know his yardage, but I know he threw 4 tutties. So
yeah, and 1 for 99 yards. Yep. It's kind of impressive. And you think it was like a screen? Nah, he threw half of that. Like he threw 50 of it, and then the rest of it was insane.
He throws a nice ball. Man. He really does.
He does. That's what
Flag. What up?
Carl Davis said. Coleman throws the prettiest ball I've seen in a long time. He throws a really nice ball. Yeah, there's no. It's fantastic. Let's see here. What was it? Flow security in the building. Look forward to linking up at the watch party. Joe,
Oh,
spot me on the spot.
flag, man. I'm
Spot
not
me on
going to Orlando, man. I'm not going to Orlando, people. I'll be at the first game.
Yep.
Had to switch it up, man.
FAMU.
I'll be down in South Florida the following week for the FAMU game. So I look forward to seeing
Yes,
everybody
sir.
at the tailgates. Definitely be out there.
Yeah, that's the big one. Poke will be out there. I will likely be out there. Who knows yet? I'm not. It's all up in the air with my job and shit, bro. Anthony Manzano says, let me clarify. Based on tape, I've seen Bryce Fitzgerald. He doesn't remind me of. I see more Clinton Dix for him. All right, so you just confused me. You just you arguing with yourself.
Not that kind of Dix. That's not how you. That's not how you spell
Yeah,
it.
no, Clinton.
Okay.
Clinton.
All
That's
right.
not how you spell it, man. It's DIX, but it's fine.
DIX.
But it's all right. We got it. We got you.
We got you. You sounded it out, fam. You probably speak texting. Don't worry about it. Kubica in the building. Shout out to you.
Popping. Yeah, fam, you gonna be lit.
45-10 Miami. Now it's gonna be. That's at halftime, fam. That's at halftime, and then you bench everybody. Before we move on to the next one, Rick says, do y'all think people underestimate Guidry as a coach, not just a DC, because Cam and J-Dub were already here? Because people act like they question those 20 INTs DBs had in camp, like offense should be better. Ooh. That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, the 20 interception. I think people are taking that too literal. Like, I don't think they have a real number of how many picks they had. Like,
yeah.
When they were talking, who was it? Was it
crazy?
Was it Jaden? Who said the 20 pick comment? It was a player.
Was it Mish? Mish likes to talk.
No, it wasn't Mish. It was damn, I forgot who it was, but you know what I mean? They probably don't have 20 picks. You know, I don't think they're officially keeping tabs. He was like 20-something picks, you know, so probably overestimating what he's done, what they've done. But I think Coach Guidry is definitely rated though.
Yeah, I think people underestimate. Like, you go back and watch, like, all this week they've been replaying games. You go back and watch what he did with basically one true edge rusher and a true freshman, because you had Jafari Harvey, but Jafari Harvey is really like a stand-up, you know what I'm saying, more a jack than an edge. Like, he's more like a line, you know what I'm saying, stand up in a 3-4. He's not a true edge like that to put his hand in the dirt. So is this guy got your name? You got Uncle Joey 99? Real quick. It just threw me off, son. It threw me off. I saw another Joey and it's throwing me off. But yeah, like, you saw the one true edge had the ability to change his defense from a 4-2-5 to a 3-3-5. Shows you the ability to evolve. We hadn't seen anybody like that. We had coordinators that needed to be fired because they refused to evolve for years, even when it never worked. So yeah, if anybody thinks Guidry is not that dude, I need to reevaluate what you're looking at, because now he's got pieces. Now he's got 14 players on the D line alone. So that's gonna be stupid all by itself. All by itself. See what Flag says. There was a lot of INTs due to wide receiver choosing the wrong route option, so it's not so much on the QBs. Yeah, they're getting, you know what I'm saying, they're getting the feel for it. That's what camp is. Not so much QBs, but wide receivers not making the right decisions on option routes. Yeah, it's just they get the feel for it. They're getting talked to. Cam letting them know. Cam is letting them know.
So
all right, Joe. Let's talk about what you wanted to talk about here.
Let's get Anthony's question real quick before we start. Anthony's one question. Got it.
Anthony be asking
at the bottom.
Yeah, between Drake and Bryce, when you guys look at their tape, I've seen both of them play strong and free. Well, who is more single high and who is more in the box?
Yeah, that's a good because Drake plays that single high too, boy. He can cover the field too, but he's more of a hitter though. Like, I think he should be closer in the box.
Then he's a bigger body also too. So
yeah, he's bigger. He like 6'2", 190, 195, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, already. Yeah. So that's what I would. Yeah, I would put Bryce up top. But man, like, it's gonna be that room. you ain't entitled to shit when you get here. That room is gonna be stupid with the class you coming in. Think about that pitch, because they're not done. You know they still going after the youngin that committed to an SEC team. You know that's still happening. So that room is about to be stupid. Oh, like, because it's like he has a couple questions because he might not have a quote unquote depth this year. How people feel about it, because it's not like where we feel comfortable. But I don't think they're saying that, and they're like, okay, y'all think we don't have the depth? About to get seven of these monsters that y'all talking about. Damn, I forgot about Slime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot about Slime. Forgot about Merritt. Like, you just forget about it because it happened so long ago, and they stay quiet because they don't talk to nobody about nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're leaving that alone, Flag. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about a walk-on. We good over here. All right, man. All right, Joey. Let's talk about it, man. You wanted to talk about true. I'm gonna let you handle this. I'm gonna give you know what I'm saying? You wanted to talk about the true implications of August 31st, which is 13 days away. Talk to us.
Yeah, I wonder if we understand the seriousness of this game. Because what's true is if we lose, we still have the rest of the season, right? We still have conference.
Correct.
We can still win the ACC. We can still win out and go to a playoff. We could, definitely. But if we go out there and look bad and lose, there are, and a couple of reasons, right? So the national media, national pundits, everybody and their mom, Vegas, has Miami set up to be 10 wins is probably the floor for everybody.
Minimum.
That we've heard, right? For Florida, I don't think anybody picked them to win more than 8, 7, 6
4
games.
and a half. 4 and a half.
That's the line in Vegas, right?
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah.
Right. So with that narrative out there and the amount of recruits that's going to be at that game, not only from Florida, but from everywhere in the country. And then Miami, after that game, has FAMU, no disrespect to anybody, FAMU, Ball State, and USF. And then Virginia Tech and then Virginia Tech Friday night, or Cal, or somebody, I don't know, whatever.
Yes. No, Virginia Tech Friday night.
Basically, 3 games after that where you can't come back and prove that you're a top team. You can't.
Yep.
So the talking points for the next 3 weeks are going to be Miami is off-season champs again. Miami is overrated again. Miami's just Miami again. Same Miami the past 20 years. That's going to be the national talking points. And that will resonate with recruits and their families. So I think 831 is humongous early. I think it's humongous. I think it's bigger than just it's the Gators or it's a SEC team.
Yeah.
I think it definitely holds more weight than what people think. What do you guys think about that?
I think it holds more weight in the aspect of it's a big rivalry game. It's in Florida. It's SEC versus ACC. And then all the points you just mentioned, Joe, with I think the amount of attention Miami's getting from the media, I think that's putting even a bigger spotlight on an already big game. So for us to go up there and lay an egg, so to speak, it's going to have a big backlash to it if that were the case.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to go all the way up until, I don't know, probably start conference. You know, it's going to
at least Virginia Tech.
It's going to keep
at least
up.
Virginia Tech.
At least
and we got to beat Virginia Tech. Like we have to pound that. We have to beat Virginia Tech's ass if we, you know what I mean? Like,
like,
but
48-0 type shit.
I mean, I'm trying to take off my green and orange glasses right now.
Yep.
but I don't see us going into Gainesville and laying down. I just don't. I with
How do you think it goes, Pope? Like, how do you think it goes? Because I can see either a blowout or like a struggle early and then a pull away late. How do you think it goes?
That's more the way I'm seeing it. It's gonna be tight and it's gonna be a tough contest early on because the crowd's gonna be hyped. Miami's coming into Gainesville. Gainesville's fans are gonna be off the rails, chugging beers, wearing overalls without t-shirts, and kissing their sisters and whatnot.
A lot
of
missing teeth. A lot of missing teeth.
I think if you pulled one section of fans together, you might have a complete set. I don't know.
Exactly. There's no corn on the cob.
There had to be shots taken. It couldn't just be.
It's going to be close early. It's going to be close early. There's going to be too much adrenaline flowing through that stadium for it not to be. And I think once everything settles down and once we see how much our D line can just manhandle their offensive line, I think it's going to get ugly quick after that initial maybe first quarter. Come second quarter, I think you're going to start seeing a big difference in just the amount of depth we have on our roster and how it's going to affect the rest of how US defense approaches our offense and how if they're even able to adjust to how our defense is playing them. So that's how, and I see it pulling away late. I think we win by at least 2 scores.
Okay. How you see it going, Ben?
So I've gone back.
What do you think of the implications also?
So I've gone back and forth with this. Honestly, like all I've been thinking about, like even as we break down other teams, because we've been doing the breakdowns, and later in this podcast we'll be breaking down Georgia Tech real quick, because that's really the last one that worries me towards the end of the season. I think it's going to start out where we're going to be stressed because I think we might rely on our trenches. You know what I mean? It's going to be Clemson-esque, right? Let's settle this down. Let me show y'all these 6 yards a carry that Damian Martinez is going to get, because I watched more Florida, right? Even after we broke them down. Their trenches on the D-line, questionable at best, right? I've watched some of their clips that they put out. Probably shouldn't put out those clips because it just looks weird. You know what I'm saying? These dudes just don't look like they have the footwork, but it's still an SEC team. But Polk is right. They're going to be fueled by that crowd. They've heard that they're supposed to be trash. They're a wounded animal in a lot of senses. You know what I mean? So like that gives them a lot. But once your tendencies, I always tell y'all, like water always comes to its level, right? Like once your tendencies are your tendencies, you haven't gotten better year over year the last 2 years. Muhammad, we see the dono. Give me a second. Your tendencies have showed you stay basically the same in your total defense. You know what I'm saying? You haven't gotten better. Your offense has gotten better a little bit, and you have an offensive guy as your head coach. It hasn't improved vastly year over year. And in the year of the transfer portal and the school's backing you with money and all those things, that's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't, like you shouldn't be that much worse. Like we were bad year 1. We fired everybody and got vastly better year 2. Wins and losses didn't show on the field, but the stats are the stats. The implications of 831 are complete optics, man. Like if we go out there and we struggle and they get confidence early, let's say we have a bad possession or a turnover early and they're up 10-0, 13-3, going, you know what I'm saying? Like something stupid like that because we just can't get our footing at half, it's going to be frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Frustrating. And then some crazy miracle, they end up winning. It's going to be, what are we again? PTSD gets instantly triggered. Right back at it. Yo, we right back at this shit. We right back to where we always been. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like all the talking points, all the narratives, you already see some so-called reporters building it out that Mario closing practice is why they're losing because we're not able to get access and ask questions. It's why they'll lose at Florida, yada yada yada. First of all, that's unacceptable tweet, and that's stupid. You know who you are. If you watch it, please clip it, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say your name on here, but shout out to Rasta for calling him out. It's unacceptable. Like, fam, like we as fans or reporters, guess what? Don't affect the game at all if we're talking about it preseason. Like in the crowd in the stands, it might be, but me, Poke, and Joe, and CB, and Flo, and everybody who Kane's Insight, everybody else who does this shit does not affect. You know what I'm saying? Coach, does not affect how the team preps, fam. They don't care. There's a reason why they lock it down. They know how big this game is. I don't see them losing. And I just don't. Like, it's not just the Cam Ward effect. I think this is going to be Mario at Ohio State. But he's gonna have his team healthy. If you don't know about Mario at Ohio State, everybody goes Mario can't win the big game. That's what this game reminds me of. I think that Ohio State game was like week 2. Oregon didn't play anybody week 1. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So that's what this is. I think it's going to be 31-17, 34-17. It's going to be close, but then it's going to be that like, oh shit, there's more of them than we can handle. Because you could be cool thinking it's just Ruben Bang, then Mesidor shows up. We kind of had Mesidor. Oh shit, Elijah Austin. Oh shit, Tyler Barron. Oh, Tyler Barron can move inside. Like, you don't have the lineman for that. I don't care what you do. Mertz is going to give you, I'll say, like, Mertz will give you like 17 or 22 for like 160 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to have to get rid of the ball quick. He's not going to have the time for big connections. He'll try, and then he's going to be like, oh, you know what? I got a second and a half, and that's it. That's where the game's going to be won. D-line completely. And our secondary is going to be better than people think because we think it's trash. Fam, it's not trash. Darryl Porter isn't trash. Damari Brown isn't trash. You know what I'm saying? Deus Richard isn't trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, De'Ani Hill, they're here. Again, Guidry did this shit with one edge rusher last year, and we got 17,000 of them now. So if they lose,
unfortunately for Florida, man, and we don't wish this on anybody, they've endured some serious injuries, man, like to key people. You know, I read today that another receiver was in a cast on his hand, and somebody else had crutches.
Yep.
You know, like they've endured some serious injuries, man, which is not cool. You know, I hate to see that, especially in camp.
Anybody.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And fortunately for us, you know, we finished our second scrimmage with everybody fairly healthy. You know, of course, it's football, so nobody's 100%, but no serious injuries. So, yeah, man.
All right, let's get to this donut. Muhammad, appreciate the donut, my brother. I will likely see you at the watch party. You know what I'm saying? Work pending. Muhammad says we have to win that game. I'm worried if we lose against UF, the team and season unravels. It will be the same with Miami if we lose. I don't see us losing against UF and running the table. Must win. Like, I don't agree. Like, and I'm that PTSD guru.
That's that PTSD kicking in right there.
Yeah,
that's that PTSD Kane fandom coming out. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question on the. First of all, I'm gonna have to do that as a separate segment because that would be a whole pod by itself. So maybe later on this week, I'll break down all the responses because it was overwhelming. Even had some trolls in there from Oregon, which is a weird focus on y'all uniforms. That's all y'all got. It's, you know, like, this is PTSD right here. This is what it looks like. This is who we were isn't who we are now. Joe says it, pokes it. We all say it. It's another mantra that we have. We have many mantras. 2023 is not 2024, fam. Go back and watch the games for real when you already know the outcome, so it takes the emotion out of it from last year, and see how much better that team really was. The wins and losses were predicated on bad red zone offense because, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, and it was questionable quarterback play. Defensive line was hurt, came back to kill us in the Louisville game. The one when we got our offense back on track, we lost by 7.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, go back and really watch it unemotionally. It's a lot easier. You'd be like, holy shit. So I'm like, again, Ruben Bain was tossing around a 65-year-old right tackle
Hold on, that's a felony. That's a felony. Hold on. Maybe he was 60.
No, but probably okay, 60. Let's go 64, 64 and
It's
a half.
abuse. That's abuse right there.
64. Yeah, that's elderly abuse. I apologize. But he looked older shit. You know what I'm saying? He already had the Uncle Phil popping off. But I don't even know if he did, but I feel like he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the team. The team is so much better than you think it is, man. Just off performances and where, like Joe says it, but I don't think it really sinks into us as fans. 37 in the chat right now. Appreciate y'all. It is when you come from winning programs, losing actually bothers you. When you come from a program that like you're the best player on, but you know what I'm saying, and you just kind of coasted through because you were the most talented team, the most talented player on your team, you could get away with shit because you're the most. But that doesn't happen anymore because the guy behind you might put your ass in the portal because that's what competition is going to be now. So it's not the same anymore, man. Like I watched the Clemson game and I was going crazy. I was like, holy shit, this D-line was a problem. And we had one edge rusher. In that game, I think we had JHH as our other edge. You know what I'm saying? We had already started to flip to a 3-3-5. Like it's
and
not what it is, man.
Game,
and I get it.
In that game, Ben, the O-line handled what was perceived as one of the best the best defenses in the country. Like, remember, in the third quarter, we ran the ball whenever we wanted to. Like, we ran the ball the whole third quarter. Man. Like, that's crazy.
Like,
that's crazy.
I'm not bringing it back, right? But like there's a lot of us fans that have a problem. I don't know what that was. Problem with Coach Dawson, right? Fam, in that game with a freshman quarterback, yes, it was safe. And I know Joe, if he's in there, he's got to make all the plays. I know. But like he called the perfect game to, you know what I'm saying, for it to put yourself in that position. Like if he knows Emory might not be able to read everything. It was, man, we beat them with tunnel screens and running the ball and a couple deep and like 2 deep passes. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, go back and watch it. That team is better. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No.
What are you gonna say, Joe? Oh, we got another dono. Shout out to Canes fan Zeke. I'm getting Texas A&M back from last year where we played sloppy for a little bit because of the new pieces and the score closer than what it looks like on the field. I think that's early. I think that first quarter might be, I think that first quarter is going to be a little wobbly, but I think they got killers on their team like, no. This shit ain't happening now. I think it's going to be like that.
Yep.
Jonathan CWO says 4 of the 5 losses was by one possession and took a QB. Flag saying 4 of the 5 losses was by one possession and it took a QB throwing an INT at a record pace for us in 4 games. In 4 games, I think it was like 12 or 13 turnovers.
Yeah.
Answer Camel with a better roster and depth. Let's eat. Fam, you know what's crazy? If we just throws the ball away. Right? Like nothing crazy. Like, if we just goes, you know what? I don't have it. Fuck it. I don't like my reads. Just throw the ball away. You know what I mean? Just doesn't give them short fields. Doesn't give them momentum.
And
I'm not asking to make a crazy play. Just throw it away.
What's weird about it is some of the picks, the receiver was actually wide open. Like he just made a bad throw. It wasn't a bad decision. It was just a bad throw.
Joe, we're trying to get over our PTSD here. We're trying to get over it. And you keep bringing it up, man.
The demons. Come on. We're exercising the demons. We saging this bitch, Poke. You know what I'm saying? We cleansing this shit, man.
Woo-saw.
Hey, man, make sure y'all smash that like button. Got 142 of y'all rocking. I know we typically go 60, but we about to give you maybe an extra 15 or 20 because we got a lot to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? I love cooking with my guys, man. And it's just, fam, the Jacoby George one when he was like right behind the corner, wide open, he just had to like loft it and he throws it directly. Like everyone's like, oh, but Dawson, how is that Dawson's fault? Just he hit the wrong button on the PlayStation, fam. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here? It bothers me. He's Wisconsin's problem now. Yeah, good luck. Hey, wish you the best on your future endeavors. Hope it all works out well for you. Never wish bad on anybody, but you killed me in zone coverage last year, fam. Absolutely killed me. It was incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. All right, let's get to this Caneswear ad because we got a couple more things to talk about.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Yes, sir.
Caneswear.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Caneswear. You know what it is. All of us repping it with the hats, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them size 8s. Shout out to them size 8s and Adidas, man. I appreciate y'all so much. So much. Could not buy hats for years because I can find them. Now I know Adidas at Caneswear got me. I wanted to handle this one real quick. Muhammad says, again, I don't want to lose to the Gators unless we're literally eating Gators at the watch party. So that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like we chomping for real, fam. We chomping for real. Predicting, Ronnie Graham says, predicting an ass whooping with the opening kickoff to the final whistle. Better is better. Facts. The only thing that can help them is that running clock. Yeah, I don't think they got it. I don't think they got it.
So,
I really
man,
don't.
I hope so. Listen,
all right, man.
If we win on the Sunday show, I'm gonna come on here with something very special for y'all when we win.
You know what that means, and I feel like that's. Remember, this is a kids show. Sometimes
I want to wait.
Remember, kids sometimes watch it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
very special.
Remember, some kids sometimes watch this. We get told not to curse. You know what I'm saying? We get told not to curse, so we gotta make sure. Yeah, man. All right. So real quick, scrimmage is still locked down. Whatever y'all heard was probably a rumor, but hopefully no injuries and everybody's safe. Just giving y'all the quick briefing on that. And even if we did know something, we ain't saying nothing because we don't know shit about nothing. That's not what we do here. Y'all follow somebody else who might
tell nobody.
Tell nobody. We don't do that here. You know what I mean? All right. Next one. See, that was a quick segment. All right. I wanted to ask y'all, man. As y'all know, we like to cook on this show. I want you guys to tell me.
This is quick
what
too.
Stats?
I'm just let you know.
Yeah, this was gonna be quick. What stats would let's say? No, this was not gonna be. This was gonna take a little bit.
It's gonna be very quick.
Give me 2 players, and predict their stats to signify for us to have a winning season. So, Joe, we'll start with you. 1 on offense, 1 on defense. You know how we do.
Cam Ward, 12 wins. That's a winning season right there. That signifies a very winning season right there. Wins and losses is not a stat. Is that what you're saying?
It's a team stat. I said individual players.
Okay,
individual player stats, right? Okay.
Individual stats.
Player stats. Yeah. Okay. Player stats. That for you would signify a winning season.
Okay. Each O lineman giving up less than 2 sacks.
You only had 16.
I'll say 3 sacks on the year. So what's that? 15 sacks. Each O lineman giving up.
That would be one better. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave up 16 last year.
We gave up 16. Yeah. So around the same or less. Giving up sacks for the year. So on defense, we need to turn the ball over more. So I need a DB to have at least 5 or 6 picks. At least, spread around. Somebody has 6 picks, somebody has 3, 2 people have 3. You know what I mean? Another person has 2. We need more INTs this season, man. We need more turnovers. We need more big plays on defense.
I'm with you on that, and I'll co-sign that. What I said, I want to have at least 25 to 28 turnovers in like that range. You know what I mean? Like fumbles. We need something like that to like keep feeding the offense. Poke, what about you? I see y'all comments. We'll jump in that right after Poke. Offense, defense. One guy or Joe just did the entire side of something. You know what I mean? Just did the entire defense. So however you want to cook that up. What stats that are you looking for?
If we got two edge guys with double-digit sacks.
Woo.
I mean,
nasty.
Like you said, we have 1,900 of them. So I mean, the chances are.
Yep. Looking at our scholarship count, like maybe that's not right.
Yeah, it might be a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think two edge guys with double-digit sacks. I mean, I think it's easily attainable. I mean, Bang had 7.5 as a freshman last year, pretty much by himself. But now we got healthy edge guys. And I think on the offensive side, I say we have. Oh man,
yeah, so
you can almost go anywhere with this one just because of the firepower we got.
Yeah,
on the offensive side. But I think if five picks or less from Cam.
Yeah, limit the turnover.
That's a good one.
Limit the turnover. Yeah,
and over 3,000 yards.
That turnover. We were I think that we were ridiculously bad with our turnover margin last year. We gave up the ball a lot and we didn't turn the ball over as much as we should have. I think it was like closer to like 1-1 or like 1.5-1. So it wasn't a very good year. All right, before I go, a bunch of comments. Appreciate y'all. Flag says for Cam Ward and Bain with 12 sacks. All right. Let's see. X with 800 yards. I think we'll probably have that by like game 9. Cam Moore 3,000. Wow, this is specific, Jeff. Appreciate this. 3,050 yards. Bain double digits.
30-50.
30-50. That's 305. 305.
I got you. Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. AO that says, yo, out of the 16 sacks where QB statues falling down. Don't be disrespectful, fam. Let's let that go. Let's just let him go. You know what I mean?
Or
if
tripping
it bounces
over
off his foot, it bounces off his foot. Exactly. If teams have to keep up, we should be better higher sack numbers.
Yeah, that's a real that's a perfect comment, Chill. For real. If we do what we should do on offense, teams will play from behind, and we could just let the dogs hunt.
Go.
You know what I mean? And it should be
Kiko we forget about Kiko on blitzing. He was, you know what I'm saying, right there, tackles for loss, sacks. You know what I'm saying? Guidry loves to cook with him. So starting defensive tackles,
that's a good one too, Kane. Yeah,
that's a great one, Kane. That's a great one. 908. Rocky, 2 weeks out, bro. 13 days, 12 days in a wake up. 12 days and a mother. I'm not doing nothing that morning. Don't ask me to do nothing. Nada, bro. We should
12 days, 20 hours, and 32 minutes to be exact.
You got your countdown?
By the time this show's over,
got the countdown going.
That's the way to do it. Not that we're counting or anything, but Folk has an app that does it, so it's not him personally counting.
Right? No, I'm not. No,
hey, man. Yeah. All right, you're not counting. Your phone is. That's how that works. Okay. I say Fletch with 900 yards. David Martinez with 1275. Chris Johnson. 2,000 yards, 2,000 yards, over 2,000 yards in the backfield. Over 2,000 yards rushing. I think they're gonna. And it's not going to be on a lot of carries because I think it's going to be a lot of 3 wide. And what you going to do? Not cover X? So it's going to be one or the other. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one or the other. It's not going to be a lot of. It's not going to be a lot of.
Defense going to have to pick their poison, man. They're going to have to pick their poison. You either going to stack the box or not. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
that's what Martinez said, man. Pick your poison. Pick your poison.
And if we do stack the box, our O-line better than you going. The best O-line you going to see. Yeah, going to kill you right over the Sam Brown. JG averaged 15 yards a catch last year. We just
what happens. What happened with me on College Football 25 when you stack the box and bring them corners up.
Say it.
All goes.
Blur.
All goes.
All goes every
goals.
time, man. On defense, defensive line, 59, 60 sacks. For the year, around there. Just a total. Because I don't know if anybody's gonna get that many sacks, but I think because they're gonna rotate them and keep them fresh. 60 sacks. Yeah, it's possible. Like Bain is you can't double him. If you double him, if you put Mezzi next to him, it's stupid. Doral Pettis says Mesidor with 9, Bain with 12. I think you'll have Elijah with 4.5, maybe 5, slide to 6. Tyler Barron can easily get like. I'm starting to tell lies. Poke, might be sliding over to your side, just going full Kool-Aid. Just going full Kool-Aid, fam. Hoping that we make some running scheme. Oh yeah, we're gonna run the ball. We're definitely gonna run the ball. We're gonna, but it's not gonna be. It's gonna be split carries.
I think the next 3 games after Florida, we're gonna run most of those games. Like we're gonna run.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. Yeah.
Just bully ball.
Throw the ball, really.
Yeah.
Just like what we did to Temple. That's what I'm saying. Just we ran the ball like
Miami of Ohio
40 times or whatever. Yeah, Miami of Ohio bullied them too. Miami of Ohio ended up having like a really good year that year too. When we bullied them, I think they won like 10-2 or 10-2, 9-3. So
definitely a good team in that conference.
3,400 TDs. That'd be insane. 3,400 yards, 35 TDs makes more sense. That makes more sense on my side. I apologize. Sometimes I'm a little dyslexic. Freshman from Emma. Eminem might be the new Bane. Yeah, Cole McConaughey is a problem. Cole McConaughey, like he's gonna get snaps. He's going to get snaps. We called that early. We called that when we watched his tape last year. So you know what I'm saying?
I said it when he signed. I was saying it before then.
Yeah. Did you see a lot of yourself in him? Is that why? You see, like, hey, that guy kind of looks like he's going to be a problem. He broke a couple headsets.
We might need a test done. I'm sure he's broken a few headsets in his day.
Yeah, Polk been to Bama before, running through Bama in his college years.
One time.
That might be your son. Hey, that one night.
That's all it takes, man.
That's all it takes.
Yo, imagine Polk Imagine Polk going home having a conversation with his wife. So, listen, baby, sit down real quick.
Never see him. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the last time we'll ever hear from Polk. He had a good run. You know what I'm saying? He walked around the earth for that many years. You know what I'm saying? Before we move on, want to make sure y'all get this. Where is it? Here we go. Wait a second. Hey man, please make sure to check out the website. You know what I'm saying? You can get the merch. You can't get the OG shirt that Joe has, but you can get this joint right here. The Wake Me Up in December. You know what I'm saying? You got the Let 'Em Cook that our guy AO has. FDBT. We only have 10 left. And that's it. We got 10 and they're gone. We'll have to make something else for y'all because we still got Florida State and all that. So make sure to scan the merch right here. YouHeardPodcast.com/merch. Appreciate the support. Website's jumping. Appreciate you guys, everybody rocking with us. It means the world, man. It really does.
Quick, I wanted to see. Damn, I can't find it.
You got it?
No. Oh, Flag asks if the offense scores 45 points per game, what's our record? I might have to say 12-0, my guy. Like,
yeah, 100.
12-0 ACC championship. If we average 45 points a damn game,
that's gotta be.
Yeah, because we're not gonna get. I'm gonna say we probably give up maybe 20 in the mid-20s, and I'm saying that because I think we're gonna have leads, and people are just gonna have to throw the ball all over the field, and so
if
desperation scores.
So shout out to NCAA.com. If we average 45 points, we'd be a top 3 offense.
As of from last
the best
year,
offense last year was
right?
last year's stats. Yeah, scoring offense. It would be right behind LSU, which averaged 45.5. Had no defense, which is why they went 8-4, 9-4. But we would be in the top 3 and they still don't. Oregon was number 2 at 44.2. So we would be
again.
The best offense. 100%.
Yeah.
Oregon,
we would be a top 3 offense, depending on where Oregon is. We would be a top 2 or 3 offense if we average 45. Yeah, 12-0, man. Because I don't. Yeah, if we average 45, which we averaged 31, 32 last year. Give me 1 second.
Did we
pull it up? Because I think
it was. Was it in the 30s?
Hold on. Yes, sir. 31.5.
I was gonna say, okay.
I got
what ranking was that? That was top 50 at least, right?
It was top 40. It was 38th. Again,
so if we move into
bad
the
offensive
top,
coordinator.
If we move into the
with
top
a bad
15,
offensive, yep,
it's oof.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So top 15, to be in the top 15, to be at 15th, it's 35.8, which is what Texas had last year. 35 points a game. So that's really a field goal, right? Just average a field goal and a half more. You're in the top 15. And less turnovers.
Because you mentioned, Ben, you mentioned the red zone scoring. That just fixes itself with a quarterback who can move a little bit. You know what I mean? So that automatically fixes itself.
Yeah, 100%. And you have a quarterback that won't turn the ball over in the red zone, which gives you field goals. We had a lot of empty possessions in the red zone last year because of turnovers, sacks. You know what I mean? Like that when we would randomly give them up. We only gave up 16 last year. So all those issues would fix itself. So yeah. All right.
All right, Wes.
All right, so what were we gonna say? You got another
I was
question?
gonna read Wes's joint. How many special team scores are we going to get this year?
I say 4.
Yeah, Brashard is gone, which hurts me. But
Ray.
Yeah, Brashard
CJ.
was different back then, man. I hope CJ is back there. So if CJ's back there, I think we get at least 3 returns, 2-3 returns.
Yeah, I think we get a couple in the FAMU game. I think we might get one.
I can see 1 punt and 1 kickoff
for the year.
So 2 for the
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's extra points. So I'll take it when we get.
Just because it just doesn't happen. I mean, across the board across the country, it just doesn't happen that often.
Unless Devin Hester's walking through that door.
Yeah,
exactly. Facts.
He left as a junior, right? Can he come back? He still looks like he could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
all
still
right,
looks
and
like
record prediction, and who do you have us losing to? So real quick, record prediction, and who are we losing to? If I'm gonna keep it
if you go by our breakdowns, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, if you go by our breakdowns, we're undefeated. Yeah, if you go by our breakdowns, we're our score is written. I have them as of right now. We'd be 10-0, or 9-0 heading into Georgia Tech, right? I think that's a revenge game. The stats aren't great. Their defense is terrible. Their defense, all their stats for their defense, which makes me more upset about that game, right? By the way, all like their highest ranking was in like 87. I'm not gonna go down it because that's too much PTSD. Anthony, I'm saying Muhammad and Anthony already brought us back to PTSD earlier, so we're not doing that again. So their defense was all in the 80s, and I think they got a new defensive coordinator, so maybe they'll get better. But I don't think you make leaps and bounds improvements with what the talent they can get there. So the record prediction for the whole year, just off top, 11-1. And my question mark would be Louisville. I don't even. Yeah, that's my question mark is Louisville.
Same for me, man. I think even like if we go to Gainesville and lose, I still think we win the rest of the games, and Louisville's the only question mark for me because of Brian Braun, Coach Braun. That's the only reason that's a question mark is because of Coach Braun for me.
Yep.
But that's it, really.
Yeah. If we win at Gainesville though, Louisville still stays because I think those are our toughest road games. I think Louisville's going to be a night game, and they're going to be in that all black shit. They're going to be hyped.
We're coming off a bye,
and we're coming off a bye from traveling across the country. So yeah, that one is not a fun one. Yeah, that would be the Louisville game. Yeah, and so 11-1. And even that is one because I still don't think Louisville has the defense. Again, we put up 34 on them with a bad offensive coordinator. So I would just want to handle this. Who on the schedule possesses a threat? Louisville. I think Louisville. Braum is, I think, the best coach, if not one of the best coaches in the ACC or the country. I think what he did last year was crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, we don't lie on the show. And he also, Black Raider Steel says, this is all on Shannon Dawson, stab the cat. Joe, you want to handle that? Because I don't understand. The offensive struggles, our top 40 offense, you know what I mean, is poorly performed because of Shannon Dawson.
I understand how people can say that, especially if we go out basic. If we don't empty the clip, if we don't change personnel, if we don't run innovative plays, if we don't do what it takes to win, if we don't have the Texas A&M kind of attack style, I can understand if you're saying it's on Dawson, but if we do and we're dropping passes, we can't block for some reason or blah 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 blah, then it's obviously not on Coach Dawson for that. But I can understand when people say that. I can understand that. Yes.
Yeah. Louisville would be. That's the other thing. Louisville doesn't have a bye. They'll be going 5 straight. Louisville would be going into UM
and they just lost their best receiver. Also, he may be back by that game, but he's out 6 to 8 weeks. So I don't know when we played him. Is that around that time?
Weeks around that time. Yeah, that's kind of how that works, right? Their best receiver would be coming back the week we play them, like
North Carolina, right?
Like North Carolina, exactly.
To scorch us.
Yeah, best game of the season he had right there. Was it 3 touchdowns?
They do. The Louisville dude just broke his collarbone, so he should be back.
Which guy was that?
Lacey, Colin Lacey or something.
Colin Lacey.
He transferred in from Alabama, I believe. Transferred to Louisville from Alabama.
Colin Lacey. Have that one cat?
Huh?
No, they lost. They lost, I think, 3 of their top receivers. So that they turned over that wide receiver room from last year.
They also got a quarterback from Texas Tech who's been in college like Cam McCormick for almost as long as he's been in.
Oh yeah, that actually was recruited by Mario Cristobal.
Yeah, at Oregon.
I played at Oregon. Yeah. Juan Moreno says you heard Florida trying to go deep this year. How does that happen when Merton is back? Yeah, he's not gonna have time, fam. I don't like if that's if he's that's the check down scheme, master. Thank you. Yeah. If that's their scheme, please do that. Please do that. Your O-line can't hold up for 5 seconds. It's not going to hold up that long, fam. It's just simply not. I've seen their footwork. It is caca. All right. Miami has a bye week before Louisville. St. Louisville's playing their 4th straight game. Yeah, but it's on the road. And Braum is a problem, fam. Like let's not act like he isn't. You know, I mean, we We could boast up and put on our green and orange glasses all we want to, which we do all the time. Y'all know how we do. But yeah, no. We're about to get up out of here in a second. Yes, Herb says UF can't even throw deep in practice. Fam, they're showing a highlight, and it was like I think they're tight end, because I hope it was their tight end. That's a big ass receiver. He's running by himself, and they're like, who says he's the check down master? Fam, he's running a route by himself. There's nobody. There's not even coaches around him. It's so y'all playing catch. Now, that's what we doing. Come on now, man. Yo, Spo says VT is the biggest threat. Did you know I learned this? Shout out to Manny Navarro and the Wide Right Pod. I did not know Kyron Jones and Cam Ward were related.
That's his cousin.
So, yeah, I did not know that.
I think Florida State is still a threat. It's a rivalry game, and again, we talk about coaching. Yeah. Mike Norvell can coach offense like he can. He can. So, I think that's a threat. Yeah. That's always a threat. We'll see what's up with that. Hey, man, we're about to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. We did a little longer because we got a lot to talk about. Next Sunday, we'll be back with our preseason awards that we started last year, our second annual preseason awards from the You Heard Pod. So we'll break that down. Wednesday, we got some special guests coming. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Poke, what you got for the people before we get up out of here, man?
No, man, y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and hope everyone will stay safe, have a good week, and get ready for college football this coming weekend, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Hey, Georgia Tech winning. Hey, I'm calling it now. Georgia Tech winning in Ireland, bro. Georgia Tech's winning that game. Y'all already know what it is, man. You heard pod. You heard podcast.com, man. Appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. We up out of here. Peace.